Колеги, всім вітання.
Greetings to everyone. We continue our working day. The topic of the next press conference is the state of affairs in Ukrgazvydobuvannya, a view of the PGI. Good afternoon.
Представляючи ініціативу «Професійний уряд»,
We are representing the initiative Professional Government. That initiative includes the graduates of different universities of the world. And this is the platform which has the objective to change our government into the best government of the world. We are looking at different authorities or state enterprises that we would like to support. On the 4th of April, we met with the leadership of Ukrgazvydobuvannya. The leadership there, they are also the graduates of foreign universities. We met with them because we see that their actions correspond to our values. Our values are: we believe that civil servants are to be competent. They are to make decisions based on meritocracy. They have to work towards the measurable results. They are to be integral and honest, and as the representatives of the people of Ukraine, we believe that the state authorities and state enterprises are to work for the benefit of the nation, of the people. After our meeting with the leadership of Ukrgazvydobuvannya, we agreed on 4 positions where we can support them. We would like to help them in looking for active employers, second, we understand that high-quality workers will come only if they are offered proper remuneration. We believe that people at state enterprises are to receive market salaries so that the state enterprises can compete with private businesses. Also, we would like to make a case study on reforming the state company. And during this meeting, we realized how much the management team of Ukrgazvydobuvannya did, how they were getting rid of the political pressure, and we are offering them assistance in ensuring the reduction of such pressure on this team. Thank you. Roman Rubchenko, also member of the board of PGI. When I learned that we will meet with Ukrgazvydobuvannya, I realized that I have a big experience of work in oil and gas sector. I work in consulting business. I know what challenges are in oil and gas sector. And I was very much interested in hearing what the new team is doing. I was glad to hear that the guys are fighting corruption, implementing up-to-date technologies, and they are optimizing procurements. This is no secret that procurements are the most corrupt aspect of work of any company, where a lot of funds are laundered. According to the team, about 2-3 billion hryvnias annually was laundered via Ukrgazvydobuvannya. The team approached the reforming of the company very carefully. During the last 10 months, a lot has been done, but they were trying to get quick wins now, but now they have to work a lot on modernizing the company and enhancing the gas production. Let me tell you in more detail, optimization of procurements. They are now using Prozora platform, the program which allows to procure goods and services transparently. When it comes to more specific equipment where there are special standards, it's more difficult. They are now inviting technical specialists from leading oil and gas companies like Exxon, Shell, Halliburton. And these technical specialists are introducing new ideas, new technologies which allow to procure correct equipment, to understand what is needed for projects, and procure that in the right companies. One of the methods they're using is getting rid of the intermediaries work, and they're now working directly with the producers. Their objectives are till 2020 to enhance gas production to 20 BCM a year. Now it's at the level of 15 BCM a year. In 25 years of work of this company, the production was at the same level. No one was doing anything. Basically, new technologies were not applied. Everything was done just like it was done in times of the Soviet Union. Now, these new guys are trying to reform the system, and one of the major obstacles on their way is the system itself. People who were earning on non-efficient, non-effective management of the company. And the money that were to go to the budget and the benefit that was to be received by Ukrainian people would go into the pockets of some people who were part of these schemes. So optimization of procurements is first step. The second one is modernizing the company, attracting new technologies, procurement of new equipment, also organizing correct actions, and according to the guys who work in the company, it's quite realistic to achieve 20 BCM of gas a year. If they manage to do that, that will reduce our dependence on foreign gas, which we used to procure from Russia. Now we are procuring abroad for currency at better prices, but when the guys succeed, then only 10%, we will have to procure from abroad only 10% of gas. And this is where we see the direct benefit for our population. The more money could get to the budget. The money that go to the budget will be used to to pay pensions and to increase salaries for the budget sector. The main thing we wanted to explain to the market and to taxpayers is our media writes many articles which are commissioned, and these articles are directed towards discrediting the new team. So please concentrate on the thing that the guys are with foreign diplomas from foreign companies with the correct system of values. They just want to reform the company, make it advanced company, attract advanced technology so that it's beneficial for the whole country. Now I would like to give the floor to Dima.
Good afternoon. I'm Dmytro Vlasov. I'm a member of the board of the PGI initiative. What I would like to say, the process which is now going in part Ukrgazvydobuvannya is a result of professional work carried out by current Ukrgazvydobuvannya managerial team. I believe that this could become a good pilot project on turning the socialist style enterprise into open capitalist type enterprise. The results of the project, which we can see obviously at the example of this state company, is the lesson that could be learned. This could be used as a further bridge to bring new specialists to this company. We can bring trainees to this company, provide internship for them, and later they could be sent to other state enterprises in order to reform them properly. I believe that today case of Ukrgazvydobuvannya is very important for the entire state. I do not think that reforming of the state enterprises will be easy. Nevertheless, inside the Ukrgazvydobuvannya leadership team, there is a clear vision of this reforming process. There are three pillars. They plan to involve experienced professionals to work in the company, including experts from abroad. The second step is to make salaries competitive in market dimension. And the third is to stop political pressure upon the company. What's going on now, this is a nightmare, and that commissioned articles in newspapers, in mass media. That's terrible thing. Thank you very much for this opportunity to point out to these things. And I think that the reforming process in Ukrgazvydobuvannya is very important for the future reforming process in Ukraine. Thank you, dear colleagues. I would like to ask several questions. Mr. Yuriy mentioned at the very beginning that you are ready to facilitate the search for future experienced experts for Ukrgazvydobuvannya. Thank you for this question. We have extensive experience in selecting experienced experts for the civil service. In the beginning of 2014, we carried out this sort of HR selection, and I believe that at this very moment we might participate in some pilot project and immediately invite some 5-10 employees, involve them in internship for several months, for half a year, for 1 year, and later those people could be sent to the state enterprises. This could become a platform for those who come back home from abroad, and also for those who would like to become ready to the work in state enterprises. Moreover, I would like to emphasize on the importance of positive success stories about our civil service. Yesterday, as it was mentioned, that quite often the high level of corruption is mentioned, while it is the high level of perception of corruption, which is a big difference. I would like also to add PGI as an initiative, as a structure, as an organization. It's the Association of Alumni of leading international universities. These are those people who graduated from Western universities, and they have experience with Western companies, and some of them do not come back to Ukraine because they do not know how to survive here. That's why for us to come to work in a Ukrainian company, we should be sure that it shares our democratic values and that it will allow us to exist in line with our values. We value our reputation very high, and to be able to recommend working Ukrainian companies to our friends from abroad, we should be absolutely sure that the same enterprises share democratic values. I'm Vasil, representing Union of Entrepreneurs. Recently, we had a briefing with Madam Yareska, and she mentioned the lack of professionals in the area of providing subsidies. I'm happy very much with your initiative. Speaking about Naftogaz and Ukrgazvydobuvannya, about production in difficult geographical conditions. So now my question. Do you think that Ukrgazvydobuvannya should be privatized? Why I'm asking this? Journalists used to say many things, but from Boyka's times and from Bakai times, we heard a lot of scandals about Ukrgazvydobuvannya. Maybe it might be more useful to think about privatization of this company, then there will be more trust to this company. And the next question, from the times of Pustovoitenko and Yekhanura, I dealt with the issues of metering gas consumption for population, but here we have a lot of speculations. I know for 2013 how
цих компаній, які більше всіх видобувають газу. Але ж якщо ми будемо мати питання розуміти, скільки населення може собі дозволити взяти того газу, то не буде такої можливості нашого розвиватися. Можна частину продавати і мати всього, як кажуть, диверсифіковані, як кажуть, прибутки, які можна погасити свої первинні якісь витрати. Тому дуже важливе питання. І ваша команда, я її вітаю, тому що постійно ходжу на ярмарки MBA, які дають можливості українцям і українській молоді навчатися, отримувати досвід, отримувати спеціальність. І її ж треба теж реалізовувати, ту спеціальність. Правильно ви говорите. Дякую вам.
З приводу щодо вашого
Now to your question about privatization of state companies. We share this opinion, and several times during our meetings we discuss this opportunity. All state companies are sources of corruption and sources of financing, and if we manage to deprive corruptioners from this source of financing, then they won't be able to finance political movements. Maybe there should be a list of companies which should remain in state property, but 90% of them should be sold for fair price. Professional management should be hired, and thus the country will get profits, not losses. State grain company during last year received 3.5 billion losses. It should be sold. It should be sold and become a private company, and those private companies will pay revenue, pay taxes.
Talking about privatization, in general, theoretically, yes, we do support privatization, we believe. If you look empirically, all state companies all over the world are managed not as efficiently as private companies. And we also understand that there are some strategically important companies. There are companies which are in defense sector. That's a difficult question, and it's difficult to answer yes or no. Theoretically, yes, but we need to take into account certain things. And also, the company, all our state companies are all in corruption schemes. If we try to change it fast, there will be a big resistance. This needs to be step by step, very carefully, and then finally we will win the war. Talking about the population, no one was interested in putting meters everywhere. I lived abroad. There are meters everywhere, but all this per square meter, per capita, that's all from the times of Soviet Union, and a lot of money is earned on that. That's priority, and we need to cooperate with foreign donors, and we need to add to do that. So the time is over. Thank you for coming. All the best to you. See you again.
Фотографии не уходишь, да?